Tonight, we're learning new details about the man killed by a Jacksonville Sheriff's Office officer. News4Jax says learned that the man's name is John Allen Dunaway III, and he does not appear to have a violent criminal history.
Did he have some mental issues? Was he depressed? Was he suicidal? We don't know.
Investigators say an officer was trying to help Dunaway after noticing Dunaway's car had been involved in a crash. Then officers say Dunaway attacked the officer and claimed to have a gun. The officer shot him. News4Jax reporter Eric Avenia joining us live from near J. Turner Butler Boulevard, where that deadly encounter took place, with a look at this man's past. Eric?
Well, you know, Kent, when we usually report on officer-involved shootings with a combative suspect, the suspect is typically someone with a violent criminal history. But in this case, the suspect who threatened the officer doesn't fit that description. While we know very little about 61-year-old John Dunaway III, our crime and safety expert Ken Jefferson says there's one thing we do know that some people may consider odd in this case.
This person had no criminal background based on our ability to do research.
No criminal background, but for some reason, police say Dunaway threatened and attacked an officer who arrived on scene to help Dunaway after it appeared Dunaway was involved in a car crash.
Now, that officer on the street responding to the well-being of a person is not going to do a background check on someone he doesn't even know anything about. He's just responding to see if he can render aid and assistance to this particular individual.
A gesture that, according to investigators, caused the officer to go from being a first responder attempting to render aid to a person fighting for his life after the officer said he was being attacked by Dunaway. The attack led to the officer shooting Dunaway with a taser, but the taser had little effect because investigators say the 61-year-old managed to get up and tell the officer he had a gun before running towards his car. That's when the officer fired 2 shots at Dunaway, killing him in the process. Although that description of how Dunaway was killed may suggest he was running away from the officer when he was shot, Jefferson says the use of lethal force was justified.
When he begins to run, he is not running trying to get away from the officer. He is running towards his car to possibly go get this alleged gun that he keeps saying that he has.
In other words, the second a suspect tells an officer he's got a gun after the suspect and the officer have tussled, the officer has the legal right to shoot the suspect when it appears the suspect is going for his gun. Now, although investigators say Dunaway claimed he had a gun, it is still unclear at this point if police actually found a gun on him or in his vehicle. Reporting live, Eric Avenia, Channel 4, the local station.